shocking, mind-blowing. Feels so good.
Went into sensory overload, hands over his ears. He's alright now.
Hey Jazz, was that? Hello, puzzlers.
She's saying quack, quack,
What is the deal with your hair? Oh, Daddy's got no hair. And Jacob's got his little bear. And Mummy really doesn't care.
So I do.
Someone has been very, very talkative. This little one has not stopped talking or singing. I think it's because she's going to daycare now, but it's very strange for me and Jess because we're not used to it, and we're almost at 4 years since we've had a child, and this is a lot of words for us, and it's very shocking, mind-blowing, and a very, is the word surreal experience, right? But at the same time, I've got a little bit of a phobia that I'm a bit worried. I shouldn't be.
It's gonna go away.
It's that it's gonna stop or go away like it did with Jacob. Jacob didn't talk this much, but he did talk, and then it went away.
There's probably a lot of people in the same kind of situations where it's almost like you're going through that experience for the first time, like first time parents do. But comment down below if you have the same kind of, I wouldn't call it a phobia, it's just sort of like that, it's always in the back of your head, like, and I also feel that way about vaccinations too. Even though I don't believe that vaccinations cause autism, it's just always going to be in the back of my head.
And I'm just curious to see how many people in the comment think that vaccinations give children autism, and if you do think that, I'd like your reasoning why. And if not, why do you think that, I guess? So yeah, that's comment of the day. I want like your answers. Or you could just purely put neutral. Don't know.
That's what we are.
Which would be probably a lot of you, because if you don't know, then how can you have an answer? We are going to go visit my sister and grandmother.
We're meeting halfway.
And you know why I shaved my head? It's because it feels good. It feels so good. Say ciao, come stai? Ciao, come stai? You have my attention. Say hi. Hi, Daddy. Papa. Say hello. Hello.
It's alright now.
Dip the story and drink.
Jeez, she wants it in here.
You have to hold it in. You have to go in.
I just quickly wanted to come in here and explain a little bit about when we went out to dinner here, which you guys just saw in the vlog. We haven't been out to dinner in a very long time. We thought it would be a good idea to go out to dinner because we had family with us and help, I guess, support. And so we went out to dinner, and when we got there it was very busy, very loud, and Jacob went into sensory overload. However, he did not have a meltdown, and I'm like super proud of him because he was able to regulate himself enough so that he didn't have a meltdown. And it's actually just so cool to see because he's figured out how to stop the sensory like stimulus coming onto him. When we got into the restaurant, he clung to me. I'll show you what he was doing. So he clung to me and he put his hands over his ears, which I've only ever seen him do once before when there was a motorbike going past. So he put his hands on his ears and he buried his head into my chest, and he was just like tight squeezing me, like he wanted the compression squeezes. And so I just kept giving him a tight hug. He kept putting his head into my chest. He was singing, and he was also wanting me to put my hands over his ears. So it was actually interesting to see. I felt very bad. Everyone sort of felt a little bit bad for him because it was a bit much for him, but once we sat at the table and he got used to the surroundings, all of a sudden he just picked up and he was fine. After about half an hour, 45 minutes, he was fine. He was just jumping around. He was very loud. I apologize to anyone that was sitting near us, but he was happy, and that was the main thing. We had a good time. If you are in that situation, you are an autism parent who struggles to go out to dinner, get your support crew, go out to dinner, do something out of the comfort zone, and your child just might surprise you. I didn't talk to the vlog, but I also vlogged the next day, and I'll put that footage here.
What's Elvis?
Your turn, Jazz.
Give Jazz a turn, Elvis.
And Jazz is putting it in Elvis's mouth.
She's trying to pull her glazer.
No, not okay.
Yay!
Self-confident girl, guess you really need to be with her. She's so clever and so strong. Will you really need to? Will you really need to meet her? All men are obsessed. It's a pure necessity to worship her. All the flowers on her dress. Will you really need to? Will you really need to see her? Oh, that girl, she's on top of the world. Her name is Eden. A number one. She's brighter than the sun. Her name.
Hey guys, me again. I didn't like talk to the camera very much this weekend, obviously, because I'm super nervous to vlog in front of people, but I wanted to put this in here because we had a really good weekend. Sleep was okay. Jazz was worse than Jacob was, which was interesting. On this day, when we went to the beach, we actually met up with someone who's subscribed to us, Natasha. It was so lovely to meet you. Natasha has 2 beautiful children, one of which has autism, and it was really good to just meet her. She was so nice, and she was talking about how much our vlogs have helped her. I'm not saying this to be vain or whatever, but I'm saying this because it actually brings me so much happiness whenever I hear like someone give us feedback and that we've actually helped them in some way. So yeah, it was really nice to meet you and your family, and I hope we can catch up soon. Unfortunately, because we were so wrapped up in talking and meeting them and basically have 5 kids running each and every way, I didn't film any of like our interaction or anything like that. So I got a few other clips, as you just saw, after they had left. Basically, after this weekend, we drove home and we didn't have the best night following this trip. We knew that throwing out the routine was going to have some repercussions. The kids were very, very grumpy when we got home. Jacob especially was very overstimulated. Didn't sleep very, very much the next night, and it was to be expected. It happens when we throw out the routine, but I think it's important to do so sometimes. I don't think you should do it all the time, but sometimes it's just nice to do something different. So I'm very happy that family encouraged us to jump out of our routine. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe down below, and we will see you guys in our next video. Bye.